I decided to buy a DJI Osmo Action Camera to replace my 6-year-old SJ camera. I just felt like it was about time that I upgraded. This video, by the way, isn't a product review, but instead asks the question if the DJI Osmo Action Camera is even worth buying. You may pause the video at any time to view the technical specifications of the camera. What made me go with DJI is price and its front-facing camera. It's about 50% less than a Hero 9 and still cheaper than the Insta-1R. However, my mistake was not fully researching about the issues that's not on YouTube, and that's where I got most of the good reviews from. But if you look at the DJI forums, it's a different story. On DJI's advertisements, they are claiming that the camera is waterproof. But let's go over the manual and safety guide and see what it has to say. By the way, you may notice that my mic is going in and out. It's because I've got a shitty mic. I'm still in the process of getting a better one. The DJI Care Refresh is like their extended warranty. I thought it was available globally, but unfortunately it's not. GoPros, on the other hand, offer global support. Their slogan is, if you break it, we'll fix it. I've seen some blogs from the Philippines wherein they sent their GoPros back, and GoPro actually covered their shipping fees. However, for example, the GoPro Hero 9 is twice the amount of a DJI Osmo Action Camera. So, DJIs are cheaper than GoPro, and which is why I decided to go with them in the first place. Seeing things like these makes me wonder if I made the right choice. Keep away from sand and dust. And, I like going to the beach. I'm a water baby. And that's where the sand and dust is. The beach. So, I don't know. Damage caused by operation in bad weather. Here in the Philippines, we've got 2 seasons. One of those seasons being the rainy season. This doesn't look good for me, somebody who plans to do moto vlogging and be exposed to the elements. And sometimes when you're going fast, the rain really hits you hard, and it would probably hit the camera harder. So, yeah. With that being said, let's do a water test. Let's just make sure that everything's shut tight. The battery, the side door, the lens cap. DJI said on their website that their action camera is waterproof up to a depth of 11 meters, I think. And this is nowhere near that. This is not even a quarter of a meter, I think, of water. So let's put it underwater. A word of advice, always use original DJI batteries for your Osmo Action Camera. If you use the ones like Telesin or Wasabi, it's not going to be watertight. The seals aren't the same. I'm seeing bubbles coming out of the camera, and if bubbles are coming out, that only means that water is getting in. And if it does break, I'm going to use this video as evidence for warranty. Because as you saw, everything was shut tight. On the DJI forums, you'd see customers there complaining that their warranties were not approved to get their cameras fixed due to water damage. DJI would tell you that it was your fault why water got into the camera. So, it's a little bit of a gray area in terms of how do you prove that you did shut everything off and made sure that the camera's doors were closed. And I think that's a shitty way of dealing with your customers, because you are claiming that your camera is waterproof, and yet it's a design flaw if water easily gets into it. And that's why the DJI Care Refresh comes in handy. So that if anything happens to the camera, no questions asked, they would replace it. I think it's around $30 a year. but that's where my problem is coming from. It's not available in my country, and yet you've got resellers selling here, even inside the malls, and they are offering, in some sense, a service warranty wherein they would try to fix the camera. Service would be free, meaning the labor, but when it comes to parts, if something needs to be replaced, that is always out of pocket. That's how warranties are here in the Philippines. Camera seems to be still doing okay. I don't see any water on the screen or in the lens. So let's give it a few more minutes underwater and see how it goes. So it's been 10 minutes. I'm just inspecting, trying to inspect if water got in. Look at the screen, look at the lens, see if there's water internally. But it seems to be okay. Looks like the buttons are still working. Uh, Back camera is also working. No water damage there. This is another problem that I have with this. If you're shooting a video and looking at through the screen, there's a bit of a delay between the two. I think it's about a second, at the very least a second, yes. When you get it out of the water, before anything else, make sure to wipe it down. Use a dry towel, or in my case, I use a microfiber cloth, which is a whole lot better in terms of cleaning. It doesn't leave any fingerprints or lint on the screens and the lens, so that's why I'm using microfiber. So this is a good sign. Ports are dry, memory card is dry, so that's good. Let's take off the side door there. There seems to be water on the hinge, but that's okay. As long as it's not getting into the main compartment, we're fine. By the way, be careful when removing and returning the side door. This side door costs 1,000 pesos to replace. So if you break it or lose it, that's 1,000 pesos plus. Looking for a seller who sells one. Even the stores, even the one in Mega Mall doesn't have it, I think. So yeah, be careful. Battery compartment looks good. No water there, except for the part where the lock and the battery meet, I think. Rubber seal on the battery seems dry. That's a good sign. Yep, no water there, all dry. Now, this is the part where the water got in, only through the locking mechanism, but that ends where the battery starts. So that, I guess that's the reason why I didn't get into the battery compartment. Let's just wipe that out before returning the battery. No water inside a compartment. I'm trying to put it in light, but I'm really not seeing anything. So I guess we're good on that side. Now let's remove the lens cap, see if water got in there. Water is visible on the O-rings, and I would say that the O-rings did its job because the water did not get into the lens. So that's good. So let's just wipe that down as well. So overall, I would say the camera is fine. No water got in. But since I'm not confident enough about its waterproofness, I'm just gonna buy a waterproof case for it. And it's gonna look ugly, but at least it's waterproof. I'm just gonna use it if I take the camera out with me when I go swimming or if I go to the beach, so that I'm sure that it is waterproof. But this is why I think it's not worth it. If you're gonna use a waterproof case for it, then just get an SJ cam. The newer models shoot in 4K. It's a pretty good camera. The only problem that I had with it in the first place was that it wasn't waterproof out of the box, and that's also the main reason why I decided to upgrade my M20 camera with this one. But if you are willing to spend, I would still suggest you get the GoPro Hero 9. I would say GoPro is still leading in the market, and they just have better customer support. If you are from the Philippines and was planning on getting the DJI Osmo Action, I hope this video gave you enough information to make your decision. If you liked this video, or even if you didn't, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please leave a comment below for any suggestions. The channel is only starting out and there is more to come. Until next time.